Eat, Sleep, Boxing, Repeat. Delighted to be joined by Laurence and Paul on this Tuesday afternoon. Gents, we have heard news late last night, early this morning. Depends how late you stayed up last night to see if you saw the news or not. Contracts have been signed for Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte. For a couple of weirdish reasons, the fight isn't officially on now. I've seen some stuff about tax and a couple of other reasons with the WBC as to why it's not 100% official. However, we've been told that both men have signed the contracts and it looks like the fight is going to happen with April 23rd, Wembley Stadium being seen as the potential date and venue there. So not too long to wait either. Just want to get your kind of general thoughts now. Did you both think this was going to happen? Did you think we were going to see this fight? Did you see the guys going in different directions, perhaps? Going to go to Laurence first.
No, I thought it was happening. I'm really glad the contract's been signed. I was kind of getting slightly bored of all the talk about splits and contracts and lawsuits with the WBC. I always thought it was going to happen. I thought the delay was mostly just on Whyte's side trying to get a better deal, basically. Obviously, the WBC ruled an 80-20 split, and I think he probably just wanted more money. And that was why the contract negotiations went on so long, and then the purse bids, and then this signing the contract at the last minute was honestly probably just to have maximum leverage and just trying to get some kind of deal. I don't know. But anyway, I'm really glad that we don't have to talk about that anymore. I definitely think the fight is going to happen. I don't think we need to worry about anything. I think we just start talking about this fight as if it's in the books, essentially. And I think that's probably the best way to approach it. So, yeah, I'm really excited for it. And I definitely think it's all going ahead, and I'm glad it's happened.
Yeah, no, fantastic. Really exciting. Really, I think it's kind of a bit of relief there. Kind of, you mentioned that the contracts that kind of went on for, that kind of dragged on for what felt like a large period of time. Paul, just interested to get your general thoughts as well. Where did you think this was going?
To be honest, like Laurence said there, yeah, I do think that I always thought it was going to happen, but then obviously it's just natural. The longer things go on and the longer things get delayed, you're like, oh, it's not going to happen, is it? We're going to have another bit of heavyweight drama here. But yeah, I'm glad it is happening. I don't think I don't know whether it's stupid of me to say that I don't think it's as big a fight as everyone's making it out to be. I don't know if that is stupid in the sense that I don't think that, like, it's a, you look at the Joshua Usyk, you thought it's because both men could win. You looked at Fury Wilder could have that equalizer, the big heavyweight fights. Joshua Fury will always be talked about as a big fight. Fury Whyte, I don't see it as a competitive fight. So although I'm happy that the fight's finally been signed, and yes, it is going to be a big spectacle, I don't think the fight itself is going to be that evenly matched.
So that leads me on to one of the points that I wanted to discuss with both of you. And it's something that's gone through my mind. I think this is a big fight, two big names. The competitiveness we can debate on another video, perhaps, because we'll be here for longer than a few minutes. Straight up, to go to Paul first, do you think this fight sells at Wembley Stadium?
Yes, because of Fury, because he hasn't fought in the UK in however many years. His last ones were he fought him. I was at his fight at Windsor Park, and he fought in the Frampton undercard in Belfast. Apart from that, he maybe had one comeback fight. But it's, since before that, it's years and years since he's fought in Britain. So yeah, I think that the Wembley fight, everyone, he's kind of a superstar. He's the superstar now. Everyone's starting to think, he's way better than Joshua and stuff anyway. So, and he's kind of turned around. I feel like Fury wasn't very liked for a while, but now he seems to be the darling of the heavyweight division, if so to speak. So yeah, I think it'll sell out Wembley Stadium.
It's an interesting one because I feel like Fury, as you know, is a big name in the US and obviously still a big name in the UK, but he hasn't had a super fight in the UK ever, really. There was the second Chisora fight, which I think was at the Excel Arena, which was kind of 15,000, something like that. It wasn't a lot of people. And obviously recently we've been used to one man selling out stadiums in the UK, and that's Anthony Joshua. Laurence, same question to you. Does this fight sell at Wembley Stadium, do you think?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it sells it out Not easily, but definitely. I think this kind of will start to capture the mainstream a little bit. I do know quite a lot of casual boxing fans, and they will be very interested in this fight. They know Fury, they know Whyte. Paul doesn't think it will be competitive. I think there's a chance it's reasonably competitive, but even then, casual fans will care about this, and they'll care about seeing the outcome. So I definitely think it sells at Wembley. Like I said, Fury hasn't been in the UK for a long time, and and people will be very keen to see him. I think it sells at Wembley comfortably, basically.
Yeah, cool. No, going to be interesting. I think that you mentioned kind of casual fans there, and considering Calm Brooks sold out 19,000 tickets inside 10 minutes a couple of months ago, I think that just says about the power of casual fans have in this sport. If you consider how many tickets Calm Brooks could have sold if it had unlimited capacity, when casual fans were involved, that means tens of thousands of tickets are just going to go. Final point, guys, this is kind of a fairly short video. As I said, we're going to go in depth as the fight hopefully gets closer. But finally, like Paul, I know we do our betting show every week. Laurence, I don't know if you're a gambling man or not.
Reasonable. I do a bit.
I want to ask you guys, how heavy a favourite is Fury in this fight? And if you were a bookmakers, what money would you offer me on odds on Dillian Whyte to win this fight? This might be a tough question. Paul, going to go to you first. What odds would you give me on Dillian Whyte to beat Tyson Fury?
Well, considering this weekend's fight between Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor's priced at about 1-20. Believe it or not, against Jack Catterall, and I don't think Catterall will win, but I do think he has a chance. I would say that it has to be something similar for Fury Whyte. I could see Fury being a 1-10, 1-12, 1-16 favorite, to be quite honest. Like I don't really give Dillian Whyte a chance. So if I was a bookmaker, why not? I'll give you 10-1 on Dillian Whyte to win. Okay,
interested to see how that goes down. All right, okay, Laurence, same question to you, mate.
Yeah, I don't have him anywhere near as wide. I honestly think 3-1's a very fair odds for Dillian Whyte. What that would translate to Fury, I don't know, what about like 2-5, 2-7, I guess, probably. I think that's about fair. It's heavyweight boxing. With Dillian Whyte can score knockouts. He's got knockout power. I think if he can find a way to hit Fury, there's always a chance. So I can't agree with 10-1 at all. I can see there's a bit of a gulf here about how competitive we think the fight's going to be, and we'll have to get into that another time. But no, 3-1 for me would be the level I'd put Whyte at.
For what it's worth, I'd probably go more towards Laurence's opinion than Paul's. I was thinking, I was going to think 4-1, but it's going to be interesting. I mean, I imagine now odds will come out now, to be honest, about what the odds are going to be. So it's going to be interesting to review those compared to what we've said. But 10-1 Dillian Whyte to win would be very interesting odds there. All right, gents, short and sweet. The fight's not kind of 100% announced now, so I don't want to get too excited. But as I said, we will be doing various bits of content when the fight does get announced. We've only got 2 months to wait, which is fantastic. But yeah, and we were looking forward to getting arguments over how competitive this fight is, predictions, more talk about betting, get the rest of the guys involved as well. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and yeah, looking forward to this fight.